Okay, just got back from Guelph, and this is what I received. This is a Poulan Pro 4217. It's pretty much identical body to my Murray, meaning the way the fenders are mounted, and it has this part right here that's not part of the rear fender. The problem with this machine is it has a blown engine, which I'll show you the giant hole in the block in a second. Tires are usable. It's actually a 6-speed. I thought it was a hydro. So originally I just saw that handle. That normally means hydro, but it's actually a 6-speed. It's obviously the more modern style key. It did not come with a gas tank, battery, or anything along those lines. The engine, like I said, is blown. There's a giant hole in the block. This should be, no, it's first gen. Interesting. This actually has first gen steering on it. I thought for sure this would have second gen, but it doesn't. That's weird. But it does have the bolt-in front end. It does have the cable engagement for the deck, which I need. So you can see back in here, the cable. So I thought for sure this would have been second gen steering. It kind of sucks. I was hoping to be able to resell the steering box. So it does have the newer style wheel on it that is thicker with the larger centerpiece. Almost looks like an airbag, but it's not. It does have the plate. I noticed Poulans do this. They put a plate in here, but they put a gas tank on top of the plate. I could have got the gas tank with this, but I did not need it, so I left it. I'll show you what else I got with this in a second. It's pretty much the complete machine, no battery, like I said, no gas tank. But the front of the hood is pretty blown out. The headlight wiring should be salvageable. I'm hoping to salvage this piece right here. I'm going to see if this will fit my Poulan. I don't know if it will or not. Or it's not my Poulan, sorry, my Murray. I don't think it will, unfortunately. Not a big deal. The Murray actually looks pretty good without that piece on there. But like I said, it is actually a 6-speed. Thought it was a hydro, and I actually mentioned in the live I did earlier that it was a hydro. But it's nice that it's not. It's got the turnstile deck, which is actually a little bit more desirable, but I don't know 100% if I can transfer that over. I think if I swap the entire dashboard, I could transfer that over, because this is actually a more popular setup. So you can basically adjust that knob to one spot and leave it. And pretty much you never have to touch that unless you want to go a little bit deeper or a little bit higher on your cut. The engine would probably turn, but being blown, it's not going to do much of anything else after that. It does have the carburetor, does have an oil filter. He thinks the guy ran out of oil. That's what happened. He was using it, obviously, and ran out of oil. The right spindle on the deck is free. Don't know about the left one, but I'm assuming it's good. The guy did say the deck was good on it. I'll probably be painting this deck black, but I have not fully decided on that. Since it's going on a black and silver machine, having a yellow deck that's already scuffed up might not look the best. So we'll see about that. I do have a nice battery box. These are nice to have around. Like I said, steering wheel, wiring harness, being the second gen wiring harness, is nice to have around. So the next step is to pull the other machine out of where it's sitting, and I actually received a winch to do that with, and get it into position, get it pulled apart. Transmission comes out, the shifter linkage, what's left of it, will come out, and everything from this one here from the back end will go into it. I was originally thinking about leaving this the way it is and body swapping it, but since it has first gen steering, I'm not doing that. The Murray chassis has second gen steering. It's not bad, but that's not horrible. Like, that's kind of the max you want in playing on these steering wheels. The dashes are easily swapped, so if I want to swap everything, I can. and swap it onto the other chassis. So I don't have to mess with the rear fender. The rear fender on this isn't the greatest. Like I said, I want to paint the deck anyways, so the deck has to come off regardless. There's a random spring right here. Oh, that's for the deck cover. Unfortunately, I did not receive that, but I can get one on Amazon or eBay or my local supplier while he's still there. So that's pretty much it. This is the actual parts machine. I'll show you the 2 engines I received with it next. Okay, these are the 2 engines I received with the machine. The Kohler runs. I did not see it running, but it is guaranteed to run. It came out of a John Deere. The Briggs, on the other hand, supposedly the carburetor was starting to mess up on it and started giving problems. It does turn over, and it does seem to have a bit of compression, but there is ice in the top of the engine. So I got to remove the spark plug and let that dry out. So I'll probably bring it downstairs. I have extra heads, so I can sacrifice that head if necessary. I just got to get that dried out, or pull the head off and do it that way. I should probably pull the head. Will I pull the head? We'll see. But since the piston does move, I can move the piston up to the highest point possible. If the spark plug opening is free and clear, I can spray WD-40 in there as well, just to help. And I would like to use that engine there. I do have all the tins. The tins off the original engine might work on this, but I do have the more modern tins as well. He had this engine, or I could have picked another engine that was also questionable, but I had no starter. This one does have a starter. This one's pressure lubricated. The other one was not. So I picked this one since I did get a little bit of movement out of it. The other one, I tried to get some movement out of it. I couldn't. So that's why I mainly picked this one. And I actually had to remove this one out of an LT2000. So that was pretty much completely rotted out. Similar to the LT2000 I used to have. So that's the story on the engines. That's why I picked this one. Also, like I said, pressure lubricated. It should run. It does have oil in it. The oil is not contaminated water, so I'm thinking it's just in the top of the engine, a little bit of ice. And this was in a snowbank. It did have a hood on it. But yes, so that's why I picked this engine. Also, this does have the 6-pin, but I can't remember if I snipped the 6-pin off of the Murray when I put the Kohler engine in it. I gotta double check with that. But I do have another complete wiring harness in this machine right here if I need it. So I'm good in that way. I think this should be a 6-pin. No. Oh, yep, it is. It's a 6-pin. So that engine will go into the Murray. If I need this wiring harness, I have this wiring harness. I'm probably going to end up using this dashboard. So I'll probably end up swapping the entire harness whenever I swap over to this machine. When I do everything. So it will only take 5 minutes more to do so. And if I did mess up that other harness, I can fix it. So anyways, that's the plan as of right now. Most likely this Kohler engine will not be used, but kind of I had to buy the Kohler engine to get that engine there for free. And I can resell the Kohler engine, get my money back on that, which is good. Engine test stand, yes, I've been talking about that for years. It's probably going to be coming more into being a possibility, most likely with the chassis from this machine here, the front half of the chassis, keep it from dash forward, make up some legs, maybe some casters, and I got an engine test stand. So that is the plan. And like I said, the hood's trash. The rear fender is savable. The side pieces are savable. The tires are holding there. They are cracked. I think they're tubed. That one is, and that one's cracked. I saw them. And yep, that one's tubed as well. I know it's cracked. So the fronts are probably the same. Yeah, so the tires are definitely sellable to the right person if someone in desperate need of tires that are tubed and if they don't care. So yeah, we're good on that aspect as well. So it should definitely make some of my money back selling off a few of these parts. Also the front axle, and this is good. I could possibly sell that. I know this guy does have front axles for sale as well. He's in Guelph. I'm not going to give you his exact name. If you're looking for lawnmower parts in Guelph, you'll find him on Facebook Marketplace. So there we go. That's it. That's what I received. Paid an okay amount. Not retail. I paid kind of retail for the Kohler engine, what would be worth at a lawnmower shop, just about. And I pretty much paid for what the deck would be worth, give or take, and what the transaxle would be worth, give or take. But being a gear drive, I'm a little bit more happier with a gear drive over hydrostatic. More likely have a chance of no issues with this transaxle versus potential issues with a hydrostatic. So there we go. Also, the Murray used to be a gear drive anyways, so it'll be going back to gear drive. So that's pretty much it. I will talk to him later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment, and stay tuned for this next project. Bye for now.